Gotcha. Did I scare you? Did I spook you? I didn't mean to. It's a little early in the morning. I just woke up, just escaped a panic attack. I was sitting in my bed and I was sitting there a little too long. And you guys know what happens when I sit in my bed too long. One of two things happen. I either have a panic attack or I fart, and I think it's a fart, but it's actually poop, and then I end up pooping the bed. It's another morning here in Louisiana, and Louisiana is so great because there's not a lot of liberals. It's only Republicans out here. We reppin'. I'm just kidding. I'm not a Republican. Bernie Sanders for president in 2019. Not because I think he's the best fit for our country, but because we need another pair of saggy balls in the White House other than Donald Trump. I mean, I feel like Donald has to wear a gaff, not because he's a trans woman with a penis, but because he needs to keep his saggy balls, like, tucked in, you know? Okay, so if you don't know what a gaff is, it's basically something that trans women wear to like hide their balls, so we're not walking around with like leggings or a skirt and then like a little ball hanging down. Well, I think Donald wears one, but because his nuts are so saggy. I mean, if you look at him, if you just really look at him, you can't tell me Donald doesn't have a pair of nuts that are hanging to the ground. I mean, give me a break. Speaking of things that are hanging to the ground, I went on, well, it wasn't just me. It was me and Leighton. I was not the sailor of this ship. Basically, we have a joke going around the apartment right now about prolapsing, and I don't know if you know what a prolapse is. It's basically when, well, okay, I know that you can get it from getting fucked in the ass too much. It's basically when your asshole starts to fall out, like your asshole inverts itself and your intestine starts to play a little peekaboo. Well, I did experience one time. That was a high school bukkake. That is a complete story that I will not be telling on my YouTube channel. But other than that, I did recover from my prolapse. I never prolapsed again. But the other day, we went on this bender of like looking up prolapses on the internet because he didn't know what it looked like. And I'm not currently lapsing, so I couldn't show him or anything. So we were looking at lapses, and there are some scary, scary buttholes on Google Images. Did you guys know that? There's also like horse buttholes. Apparently horses can prolapse too. I don't know who's fucking a horse in the ass. Well, honestly, probably a lot more people than we think. So I just want to let you guys know, Shane Dawson emailed me. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't email me. Got you. I love when people comment on my videos and they're like, sweetie, you should message Shane and see if he'll make the next series about you. It's like, girl, you don't know how this works. I'll tell you guys one thing. I'm pretty sure the neighbor upstairs is hiding something. Well, maybe a dead body, maybe her sexuality, I'm not sure. Let's speculate. So before, well, when we moved into this apartment, there was a very large old man who lived upstairs. And I have to say, he was so large that every footstep I could hear it. And you know, that's not his fault, you know. Things happen, we let ourselves go. Things enlarge, you know, we eat a little too much. We smoke a little too much, and we get fat, and that's okay. So be it. So be it. So be it in the world. But he was so large. I mean, every step. I mean, I could literally hear when he was breathing upstairs. It was so loud. So, he is gone. I don't know whether that was by natural causes or he just moved out of the apartment. That made it sound like he was dead. I don't know if he's dead. Anyways, there's a new lady upstairs, and I mean, she is dyking it out. Well, I don't know her sexuality, but I'm pretty sure she is a member of the LGBTQ, and that's fine. I don't know if she knows that she is, though. I'm sensing denial. Denise, if you're watching this, sorry that I didn't bring you anything when you moved in upstairs. Usually I would bring cookies, you know, a snack, maybe a sex toy care package. I have not been feeling up to it. I mean, my hemorrhoids right now are so big, I can't even walk up those stairs. So, forgive me, Denise. Anywho, I don't know what she is. I think she has a crush on me because every time, so there's a balcony above, and then when I walk outside, out this window to like go to my car and like, you know, cry in my car or like jack off in my car or something. I don't know. What? Stop. I always turn around sometimes just because like I'm a paranoid bitch, and I'll see her and she's like staring me down. And the other day it was really cold and I walked out in some little shorts and like a sweatshirt because, you know, I am the 6'4" transvestite Ariana Grande. And she was like, aren't you a little chilly in there? Which is funny because the man who lived there before would also tell me that. Every time an old person sees me in shorts, they're like, aren't you a little chilly? But it could be like 95 degrees. That's besides the point. But I think she's a lesbian or bisexual or pansexual or demisexual. I don't know. She might be into vor. I just get a big vor vibe from her. Like, she's just ready to munch something up. If you don't know what vor is, it's basically when you have a fetish for, like, eating someone or someone eating you. And before all the twinks start going crazy saying they have vor on Facebook, it does not have anything to do with eating ass. It has to eat your whole body, or at least a limb, or a vital organ. I'm not sure of the specifications. Anyways, I feel like she's into vor. So here are where my suspicions come from. I basically watched this movie the other day in theaters. It's called Greta. If you haven't seen it and you love psychological thrillers and suspense and like kind of spooky, but not like unrealistic spooky, like spooky that could actually happen in real life, then you need to watch it. It was so good. But basically, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but basically there's this whole vibe of like, you know, someone keeping someone captive in like a box. And I think that she has some stuff going on up there. So I hear very loud noises. It sounds like stuff's always shifting. She's always moving stuff around. She's always banging on stuff. There's always like a banging noise. And I know she's not having sex because I have not seen anyone else up there. Unless she has a sex doll, which in that case, she's thriving. I don't know. There's a lot of banging. And ever since I saw that movie, I've been so terrified that she's holding someone up there, and maybe I'm next. You know, maybe I'm the next young, petite, tiny little girl that she's gonna try to steal. And I hope that I'm not, because I have a lot of stuff that I want to do before I die. But I also have a little bit of Stockholm Syndrome, so I'm not that scared, Denise. Anywho, I got a call today from the doctor's office. So I told you guys that I had gone to that appointment that one time and got put on antidepressants. Well, that didn't work, right? It gave me a horrible reaction. My stomach hurt. I felt like I was prolapsing. My hemorrhoids were popping left and right. It was a literal disaster. Well, they're calling me because I apparently owe a bill for like $100 and something. But listen, I remember paying them. I'm acting like I did, but I didn't. I'm like trying to convince myself I did, because I feel like if I convince myself enough, then when I build up the courage to call them, I can be like, I paid it, and I'm not taking no for an answer, but that's not gonna happen. Funny thing is, when I walked to that doctor's office, there were Bibles everywhere, and I know that they were not happy to see me. I remember when I was checking in, and there's a discrepancy. Like, it says male on my license, but it says female on my insurance, because my insurance just kind of assumed that I got my gender marker changed too when I changed my name. Don't ask me about that. I don't know. Is that fraudulent? Anywho, they don't match up. And the lady was like, yeah, before we can do anything, we're going to have to get your license and your insurance to match up because they're not matching up. And I was like, oh, well, clearly I can tell you why. But she wasn't having it. She was like, yeah, people like you normally can just call insurance and get that worked out. Saying that like all the trainees, she just makes all the trainees call their insurance to talk to her on the phone. I was like, first of all, do not put me in a group with Stef Sanjati and Angela Vanity. So I was Twitch streaming the other day, and someone made a comment about Stef Sanjati and her boyfriend, because I made a little joke about it. It was a little harmless joke. No, nothing going on here. I take that back, because I think they are going literally crazy. I'm pretty sure that they're going crazy. So basically, from what I can understand, from what I have gathered, Stef and this boy, this very white boy, are going on like a road trip, international road trip. They're leaving it all behind and going on a journey for self-discovery and maybe prolapse, because we all know that even though he is in a very deep K-hole, I'm sure he's hung. I mean, I'm sure Stef's having the time of her life. I met her at the Philly Trans Health Conference. Well, I didn't meet her. I very nervously asked to take a picture of her. Picture with her, rather. I wouldn't ask to take a picture of someone. I would just take it. Anywho, I was very nervous. I was very nervous to hurt her or harm her because she has such a tiny, tiny little frail body. And I am the exact opposite. So I was very nervous. I couldn't talk to her much. So basically what prompted this whole discussion, someone came into my Twitch chat and they were like, I'm very worried for Stef. Like, what the fuck's going on? So I decided to do a little research and I started watching some of their videos. And honestly, you guys, I think you're all overreacting. I'm pretty sure they're just being young and having fun and going on an adventure. And I think people are really jealous of that. With that being said, I think Stef Sanjati is on a major, major drug cocktail. Allegedly. I'm not saying she's on drugs. All I'm saying is that her eyes are very red. Redder than mine. And everyone's chastising her for it. Everyone's like, oh, Stef Sanjati's off the deep end. She's smoking crack behind the dumpster at the 7-Eleven. Well, you know, that may be true or that may be untrue. We'll let Stef speak for herself. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. I have come on this channel and I have been high every single time. And none of you make fun of me for it. But as soon as Stef starts loosening up a little bit, smoking a little weed, a little herbal, a little hydroponic, I don't know what she's on. She looks like she's having fun. And you guys need to let her have fun. She's not like this old ass lady. You know, she's in her 20s, I'm pretty sure. And she donated $100 to my GoFundMe. So we're not going to say anything too bad about her. I'm just kidding. Stef, if you're watching this, love you so much. You're adorable. And I hope you're having fun on your road trip. Just remember, don't mix ketamine and Adderall. You will die. Okay? The little white boy, big schlong white boy you're with will not, because just looking at him, he's very equipped to handle whatever drug cocktail he's on. Stef, I need you to be a little careful. Maybe just take it slow. You know, maybe do a little puff, pass, and then don't take it back. Just puff and pass and let it go. Let him finish the rest. Because, sweetie, he can handle it. Your little tiny doll body cannot. So be careful. Also, I'm just very worried for Stef. I don't know. It's like a motherly thing. It's a motherly thing, and I'm like almost quivering. In all seriousness, I am worried for her, and I don't know why. I don't watch her content, and that's not before all the trannies in the chat love to be like, ooh, shady queen. I'm not shading. What I'm saying is I don't watch her content because it's better than mine, and that would make me feel very bad about myself. So, I don't watch her. But seeing the thumbnails and watching the few videos I did, I don't know. Something's off. Maybe she's a robot. What if Stef Sanjati's a robot? Would you guys fuck her, yes or no? I mean, I would fuck a robot. I wouldn't fuck her robot, but I would fuck a robot. You know, one day I think of a world where life is so much more simple. We're all just hanging out. We're all just doing our thing. And there's a cafe of sex robots. Now, I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is that one day robots are going to take over the world. And they will have tighter pussies than the rest of us. Girls and gays, watch out, because I can guarantee robo-ass is going to be exponentially tighter than ours could ever be. It might not even stretch. You might have to jam it in and rip it in half. I don't know. That's really all I have to say. I love you so much. Sending all of my love and big kisses. Mwah. I love you. And Stef, if you're watching this, if that white boy is holding you captive, please let me know. DM me on Instagram or something and I can come pick you up. But by the way, they were in New Orleans the other day, which is like an hour away from me. I didn't get a DM. We don't DM. Okay. Okay, bye. Please subscribe if you already haven't. Check out my Twitch channel. I stream almost every day. You're not going to want to miss that. It's basically like an internet bukkake, but without cum. Well, I'm sure some people are coming. I'm not coming. Okay, I love you so much. Bye. I love you so much. Bye.